the previous video, we saw a few Arabic letters with resembling sounds. A new student may find these sounds almost the same, but they are not. They have different articulation points, and this is a whole topic in Arabic called tajweed. We are not learning tajweed in this video, but trying to differentiate between these resembling sounds. This is the illustration we are going to use a lot in this video. You already know all this simple cross-sectional anatomy, but it's not bad to have a look at these body parts once again, because all these body parts are important in sound generations. First, we have a gum line behind the line of our teeth, and then a hard palate, which is followed by a softer part. The soft palate then leads to the throat. Throat itself is divided into three parts regarding Arabic sounds. That's upper throat, middle part, and then the deepest part of the throat. Regarding tongue, we have tip of the tongue, then the middle part, and then the deepest part of the tongue, also called root. So this is the important anatomy to learn Arabic articulation points. First two resembling sounds are of the letters ta and to. Ta, to. You may already feel the difference between the two sounds. Ta, to. The sounds of both letters have the same articulation point. In Arabic, it's called makhraj, makhraj, makhraj. The tip of the tongue touches the upper gum line, just behind the two top incisors. This is the articulation point of both ta and to. However, in to, some part of the middle tongue also touches the gum line to make it a thicker sound. The only difference is that ta is a thin sound and to is a thick sound. And that's enough at this stage. That's all we want to know for now. Next we have three letters which sound a lot similar to each other. Swad, tha, and sin. Swad, tha, sin. Tha is produced by touching the tip of the tongue to the base of the upper two incisors. Tha. Sin is a whistling type of sound. The tongue remains between the upper and lower incisors, allowing the air pass through above and below the tongue. S, s, sin. Swad is a thicker version of sin. More space above the tongue is left than below to pass more air from above the tongue. Swad is pronounced by making rounded lips like an O shape. Sin is pronounced like you want to smile. Ha and ha. There's no sound in English equivalent or even near to the letter ha, so it can be a little bit difficult for an English speaker to pronounce. Ha sound is pronounced from the middle of the throat, like the wind blowing through a pipe. The base of the tongue is pushed against the back of the upper throat to make the passage narrower. If we exaggerate the process, the sound can be like ha, but it's ha, ha. Ha is similar to the English letter H, and the origin of the ha sound is the deepest part of the throat. Next we have dhal and dod. Dhal, dod. Dhal, dod. Dhal is pronounced by touching the tip of the tongue to the gum line of the top incisors. Da, like the English letter D, da, dal, dal. Dod sound is a bit harder to pronounce for beginners. The two sides of the tongue touch the upper molars, and the tip of the tongue touches the gum line. Dod, dod, dod. Dhal, dhal, za, za, and dho, dho. In dhal, the tip of the tongue touches the bottom of two top incisors. In za, the tongue is placed between the upper and lower incisors, but it touches neither of them. A small space is left above the tongue and below the tongue to strike the incisors. In dho, the tip of the tongue touches the bottom of two top incisors, just like the letter dhal, but dho is thicker. Dhal, dho. Qaf, kaf. Qaf, kaf. Qaf is pronounced by touching the deepest part of the tongue to the floor above it. That is the soft palate. Qaf, kaf. Kaf has the same articulation point as qaf, but qaf is a thick sound and kaf is a thin sound. While pronouncing qaf, you will make your lips round to make the sound thicker. Qaf. But in kaf, the lips remain in the normal shape. So these are a few Arabic letters with similar feeling sounds. Please don't be impatient if you cannot pronounce them correctly. You are just on the first step towards learning Arabic. They will be a lot easier to pronounce as you learn Arabic further.